in 6th standard, 7th standard integers, you know about the property of 0 in whole numbers as well as integers. Suppose you take any whole number and add 0 to that one, so you will get 5 itself, or 0 to 5, so both are 5 only. Whether you add 0 to 5 or 5 to 0, answer is 5 only. Or otherwise you take an integer, you take minus 2, add 0, so or 0 to minus 2, so the answer is minus 2 only, you will get the same number. Or you know this is for whole numbers, so this is for whole numbers, and this is you are studied in class 7 for integers. See, in the whole numbers also 0 is added to any whole number, you will get the same whole number. In integer also add any integer to 0, you will get the same integer as a sum. Now let us see the rational numbers. I will take minus 2 by 5, you add that one to 0, or 0 to minus 2 by 5. So whether you add minus 2 by 2 0 or 0 to minus 2 by 5, the answer is minus 2 by 5 only. Here also the same thing applicable, so under rational numbers. Whether you take whole numbers or rational numbers or integers, anywhere the property of 0 is same. Add 0 to any number, you will get the same number as the sum. So therefore this 0 is called as additive identity. Additive identity for rational numbers. For rational numbers. So you can take any number, any rational number, and add 0 to it, you will always get the same number as the sum. So therefore 0 is called as additive identity for rational numbers. Even it is additive identity for integers also, as well as for the whole numbers. In the same way, let us understand what is the role of number 1. Instead of 0, let us take the number 1. So the role of number 1. So let us start with the whole numbers. So any whole number you take 5 into 1, so or 1 into 5, the answer is product is 5 itself. So I have selected one whole number and multiplied 1. Same way, take any integer, minus 3 into 1 or 1 into minus 3. So whatever you do, answer is minus 3 only. So therefore, for integers also, you multiply 1 to any number, you will get the same number. Now let us take one rational number minus 2 by 5, multiply this number 1, or 1 to minus 2 by 5. Either you multiply 1 to minus 2 by 5 or 2 by 5 to 1. The answer is minus 2 by 5 only. This is for rational numbers. So any rational number multiply to the number 1 will give you always the same rational number will come as a product. 1 is multiplied to any rational number. In general form I can write a divided by b is a rational number into 1. So you will get 1 into a by b. Both are equal to a by b itself. So this property is called as multiplicative identity. We call 1 is called as, therefore 1 is called as, so we call 1 is called as multiplicative identity. We call that as multiplicative identity for rational numbers. So remember that. So first one we learned additive identity. 0 is called as additive identity. Add 0 to any number, you will get the same number as the sum. The same way, 1 is called as multiplicative identity. Because you multiply any number to this one, you will get the same number as the product. Therefore, 1 is called as multiplicative identity. What is multiplicative identity? They will ask question, one more question. So you have to tell 1. 1 is the multiplicative identity for rational numbers. Even it is same for whole numbers as well as integers. So after this, role of 1 is over, role of 0 is over. Let us see a negative of a number. Negative of a number. Or another name is there, additive inverse. We call that as additive inverse or negative of a number. So let us write negative of a number, or otherwise it is also called as additive inverse. We call this as additive inverse. Negative of a number or additive inverse. Now let us select some numbers here. -1. If you add -1 to +1, so what is the product you are going to, sum you are going to get? -1 is added to +1, you will get 0. Or -5, you add this one to +5, you will get 0. Or +3 by 2, +3 by 2, add this one to -3 by 2, you will get answer as 0. So here, therefore, see here we can call -1 is the additive inverse. We call this as additive inverse of +1. So -1 is called as the additive inverse of +1. In the same way, -5 is called as the additive inverse of +5. -5 is the additive inverse. Is the additive inverse of +5. Same way, +3 by 2. +3 by 2 is the additive inverse. Additive inverse of -3 by 2. So remember that if you take a positive number, then additive inverse will be always the opposite of that one, -3 by 2. If you take -3 by 2, the additive inverse will be +3 by 2. You take any number, take the opposite sign of that one, it will become a negative of that number. We have two names, negative of a number or additive inverse. So similarly, -10 is the given number. If I ask what is the additive inverse means, it is +10, or otherwise +10. What is the additive inverse of +10 means? You should say -10. In general form, if I say what is the additive inverse of A by B? If I say what is the additive inverse of A by B? What is the additive inverse of A by B? Minus A by B. Because you should get the sum as 0. Additive identity should come. When you add two numbers, if you get the additive identity, then we call these two are additive inverse to each other. What is the condition? If you add two numbers, you should get the additive identity. Then we call these two numbers are additive inverse to each other. In all the three cases you see, when I add two numbers, I am getting the sum as 0. So therefore, they are additive inverse to each other, or negative numbers to each other. So that is the meaning of negative of a number or additive inverse. Then there is one more very important concept is there. We call this as a multiplicative inverse, otherwise reciprocal. Reciprocal is the name, or also it is also called as multiplicative inverse. So let us write reciprocal. Reciprocal of a number. Let me take 8 by 21 is a number. Then you multiply this one with 21 by 8. Then you should get the multiplicative identity. So in the addition, when I add two numbers, I should get additive identity. In the same way, if I multiply here, then I should get the multiplicative identity. One is called as multiplicative identity. See, these two numbers are multiplied, then the product you are getting 1 means, then they are called as multiplicative inverse to each other. So therefore I can write here 8 by 21 is multiplicative inverse. Is called as multiplicative inverse of 21 by 8. So you can write that as 8 by 21 is the multiplicative inverse of 21 by 8. In the same way, I will give one more number, 5 by 6. What will be the multiplicative inverse of 5 by 6? 6 by 5. So once you multiply, okay, 5 by 6 you multiply to 6 by 5, you will get 1. Now Now one more question, you tell me, what is the multiplicative inverse of 6? Only 6.
1 by 6. 1 by 6.
Yes.
1 by 6.
1 by 6, very good.
1 by
6 if you multiply to 1 by 6, you will get the product 1. Or what is the multiplicative inverse of 1 by 5? What is the multiplicative? 5, just 5. Just
5
5.
by 1.
So 5 by 1 or just 5. So they are the multiplicative inverse to each other. So the condition is, when you multiply two numbers, if you get the product as 1, then we can call they are multiplicative inverse to each other. Just like in addition, when you add two numbers, if you get a additive identity, then we can call them as additive inverse to each other. Same way here, when you multiply two numbers, the product if you are getting 1, then we call that as multiplicative inverse to each other. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So now the last important property. So let us understand that distributive property. You have studied closure property, then you have studied commutative property, then you also studied the associative property. So afterwards you studied the role of 0, role of 1, then additive inverse, multiplicative inverse. Now let us see the distributivity. So distributivity of rational numbers. Distributive property. Distributive property of rational numbers. So let us take this distributive property of the rational numbers. So now I will take one example here. So let me take 1 by 2 into. So into 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. These are the three numbers. 1 by 2 should be multiplied to 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. I can write the same thing like this. 1 by 2 into 3
Sir,
by
I
4.
can see you are both foolish, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir, we can, sir.
Okay, 1 by 2. Here inside the bracket we have two numbers 3 by 4 and 1 by 4. I need to multiply this 1 by 2 to both the numbers. How I am going to distribute? You look at this. 1 by 2 I am going to multiply to 3 by 4. Then what is the sign here? That we have to write plus. Then again 1 by 2 once again into this number, second number 1 by 4. So I have to multiply like this. This property is called as a distributive property. Suppose in general if I write a by b is one number, then c by d, then let us take r by s. In general form I am writing. So then it will be equal to, multiply this one to a by b into c by d, a by b into c by d, plus, if there is a plus sign you write plus sign, if it is minus sign you have to write minus here. So then again a by b into r by s. So this a by b should be multiplied to both the terms, a by b into c by d plus a by b into r by s. Even if this is given, you can write in this way also. If a by b is common in both the terms, you take the common and you can write this. This is called as distributive property. We call this distributivity of rational numbers, distributivity of multiplication over addition. Multiplication over addition. We call this as distributivity of multiplication over addition. Because you are multiplying and there is a plus sign, that's why we call this over addition. Suppose if there is a minus sign, then over subtraction you can write. So this is called as distributive property.